We did a live stream riff tracks of the presidential debate here on Liberal Dan Radio. Talk from the left, that's right. As to winners or losers of this debate, in reality, I don't really think anybody who is voting for Biden is not going to stop. They're not going to stop voting for Biden. Anybody who's voting for Trump is not going to stop voting for Trump. I'm not sure if any independents were swayed by this debate. I think Donald Trump looked like your typical whiny, making up things as he goes along person, but the realities of his of another Trump administration would be an existential threat to the United States of America. If I were to criticize Biden on his debate performance, especially on the close, overall, but especially in the close, he should have mentioned student loan forgiveness more. He should have managed to bring that up more because the student loan forgiveness package is huge. Helps lots of people, including myself. He should have brought up, whenever Trump brought up inflation, Biden should have brought up the horrific oil deal that was negotiated by Trump between OPEC Plus and Russia in April, I think, of 2020. When oil prices were just plummeting and it was harming American producers. And Trump had to do something at that point, but Mr. Art of the Deal made a horrible deal. And what happened was that he said, let's cut barrels per day, millions of barrels a day from Russia and from OPEC, that y'all going to cut your production into 2022 with no caveat for increases of production. No caveat for increases of production when demand increased. That caused inflation to skyrocket because that caused gasoline prices to go up, and gasoline prices are price inelastic to a point. There's a certain amount of driving that maybe you don't take extra trips with your car, but there are certain amounts of driving that people have to do every day, and so you have to make a choice. Do I drive to work if I'm not working from home, or do I have to do something else? I give up something else that I want to do because I have to pay for these exorbitant gas prices. Biden should have brought that up. I think Biden did bring up the CHIPS Act once. He should have brought it up again in the close. Should have brought it up again. He should have doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on the CHIPS Act for what it's done to the benefit of this country and for the economic security of this country. So Biden did miss some things that he could have jumped on. I don't think anybody lost or won this debate, though. I don't think anybody hit a home run. I don't think anybody struck out. I think it was Joe Biden and Donald Trump saying the things we expected that Joe Biden and Donald Trump were going to say. I don't think anyone gave the other one a knockout punch, but I don't think any of them took a knockout punch either or did any stumbles that are going to harm them in the polls. Some people in the chat have said that maybe Biden was very, softer spoken, but Biden has to play that game of, do I be angry Joe? Do I be dark Brandon, or do I be soft spoken Joe and speak to the American people instead of fighting Donald Trump? I think he chose the speaking to the American people for the vast majority of the time, except for when he brought up Beau and the claims about what Biden has done with the military and with Beau and that legislation that was passed because of the burn pits, and how Donald Trump has absolutely disrespect. That's another thing that Biden should have brought up, maybe even in the closing as well. The disrespect that Donald Trump has consistently showed the military over the course of his political career. So again, no knockout blows for eitherbody, no snafus or unforced errors by anybody either. The conservative people are going to talk about this, and they're going to say, Biden, he might have stumbled a little bit verbally, ignoring and call him Dementia Joe, when in reality that was just his stutter. And on the inside of the coin, there were several instances where Donald Trump did seem to suffer from some really bad word salad, but that wasn't picked up enough. I don't necessarily know how much that's going to be picked up by the people. So, no real winner, no real loser. I think it's kind of a status quo debate. I don't think we're left with any sort of changed. Maybe the polling data will show me wrong. Of course, it depends who's running the poll, but I don't believe the whole state of the race has changed at all. What do you think? Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.